they faced many diseases. They didn't know how to treat the epidemics and how to deal with the diseases. If we look here, we can see the picture of crisis, plague, cholera, and smallpox, which killed millions of people. People want to treat and deal with epidemics and prevent the great numbers of this. They want to know how to deal with epidemics and diseases. They want acknowledge a science to enable them to prevent the great numbers of this. So they try to build some rules, some principles. They try to define the medicine. What is the meaning of the medicine? The word tip or medicine, meaning treatment. Ibn Khaldun defined medicine as the science of many diseases and its treatment. There were many kinds of physicians, jarrah and khatin, kahal, and hajjam who made blood dating. The interest of medicine was very old. Egypt was the first nation that interested in medicine. Greeks also were excelled in medicine. Galen and his series was an evidence of the progress of science during that period. This series, which is still used till the 16th century. On the other side, Europe and on its dark ages, they didn't interest in medicine. They considered the diseases and epidemics a kind of punishment. They didn't search on a medicine. They didn't search on how to treat or prevent the great numbers of this. But when the Islam came, Islam was very interested of the human health, very interested of how to the Islam was interested of the human health and the people. Quran verses and the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ were a great evidence of that. Allah Azza wa Jalla said, وَكُلُوا وَاشْرَبُوا وَلَا تُسْرِفُوا. Allah Azza wa Jalla prevented all the things could harm people, even to eat much or to drink much. The Prophet ﷺ advised us with some kinds of drinks that is very important of the human health. He advised us to eat many drinks and many foods and many drinks such honey, olive oil, and talbina. He said التلبينة تجم الفؤاد وتذهب ببعض الحزن. He interested with the human health even in sadness. He wants the people don't be sadness. At the core of the research, which is human medicine, Ottoman medicine, okay? As for Ottomans, they were also interested in medicine, and the starting point was during the Muhammad Fatah. During the Bayezid first, Bayezid second, he was interested in scholars, in science, in establishment of many hospitals, in many medical institutions. But in the mid of 16th century to the end of the in 16th century, the interest of science declined again. But from 17th century to the end of the Ottoman Empire, there were many efforts to the scientists and scholars and medical institutions. Concerning the objective of the study, this study is shedding light on the contribution of the Ottoman physician in Egypt, inside Egypt, and in the European countries. This study is making an investigation of the common opinion of that the Ottoman Empire enclosed on itself and didn't absorb any other science. And concerning the importance of the research, this study was very important, and despite that, the topic is scarce, and that makes the present study is the first to tackle this topic. This study is shedding light on the contribution of the Ottoman physician in their manuscripts, their vaccines and medicine were invented. The political relationship between the Egypt as a part of the Ottoman Empire, with the Ottoman Empire itself, and with the European countries and the Ottoman Empire. This study is followed two approaches in two regions, which is Egypt and Europe. This study considered as a historical study and analysis study. Historical study by making a review to the role played by the Ottoman in Egypt and in Europe. That lists the history of Egyptian and European physicians who helped in the development of medicine. Analysis study by making a comparison between the contribution of the Ottoman physician in two regions, in Egypt and in the European countries, and also making a comparison between archives in the same period, which is from the 15th century to the end of the Ottoman Empire, and even in the same region. The study is divided into introduction and two parts. The introduction includes a historical overview of the medicine and medical institutions during the period. The first chapter is the physicians of the Ottoman Empire during the 15th and 16th century. This chapter divided into two parts. The first one is the physicians of the Ottoman Empire in Egypt. If we look here, this is a page from the archive of Dawood al-Antaki, the Ottoman physician Dawood al-Antaki, who lived in Egypt. The manuscript entitled تذكرة أولي الألباب والجامع للعجب العجاب. If we look here, we can realize a kind of magic, a kind of homeopathy. The Ottoman physician during the period believed on jinn and their ability in harming people. They tried to prevent the harming of jinn by making this amulet. Okay, on the other side, the second part is a physician in the Ottoman Empire in Europe. And this is a page from the manuscript of the physician Sabuncu Oglu, entitled جراحية خانية. If we look here, we can realize the patient on the table of dislocation. The Ottoman physician treated the dislocation by this table, and this was the perfect way in treatment of dislocation during the period. The second chapter is the physician of the Ottoman Empire from the 17th century to the end of the Ottoman Empire. This chapter is divided into two parts. Physician of Ottoman Empire in Egypt, and this is a page from the manuscript of the Ottoman physician Sarid, entitled كفاية القريب عن مشاورة الطبيب. This physician was making many contributions and treated many people. He invented many medicine inside the Ottoman Empire. Second chapter is the physicians of the Ottoman Empire in Egypt and in Europe. And this picture is a page from the manuscript of Shamsuddin Atawai. This manuscript is an acne manuscript. The third chapter is the contributions of the Ottoman physician. This chapter is divided into three parts. The vaccines. The Ottoman physician invented many vaccines, like the variolation, which invented by the Ottoman physician and transported to the European countries. The way this variolation treated many people in Egypt and in the Ottoman Empire and in the European countries. There were also many medicine invented by the Ottoman physician. The Ottoman physician also used many treatments like the ban of the horrible and the Ottoman pest, which is still used till now in Istanbul and in many European countries. The final chapter is the archives related to the contributions of the Ottoman physician in Egypt and in Europe. This chapter is divided into 5 parts. The first one is choosing of Jarrah Pasha. The second part is scientific expedition to Europe. This archive is indicating that the Ottoman physician went to European countries and completed their education there in European countries, but they returned again to Egypt, to the Ottoman Empire, to work there inside the Ottoman Empire. The third part is the words and ranks for the Ottoman physician. And this archive indicating that the Ottoman physician gave many words and many ranks to the Ottoman physician. The first part is the contributions of the Ottoman physician in Egypt. This archive is